me ask you this. You out there watching via the internet, you need to raise your hand also. How many of you know what your vitamin D level is? Put your hand up. None of you. Not anybody has a clue. Okay? No one knows what their vitamin D level is. Listen, you need to know. You really do need to know for your health. 86% of Americans are vitamin D deficient. Is that a bad thing? Well, if your vitamin D levels are optimal, you cut your risk of a heart attack and several cancers by 60%. So is it an important thing? You cut your risk of a heart attack by 60% just by having your vitamin D levels where they should be. That's not all. Optimal vitamin D levels help prevent and heal obesity, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis, diabetes 1 and 2, psoriasis, dandruff, arthritis, autism, ADD, ADHD, MS, ALS, many cancers including leukemia, heart disease, heart failure, strokes, bronchitis, tuberculosis, other lung problems, childhood schizophrenia, COPD, bronchitis, emphysema, shingles, lupus, and any other autoimmune disease, the common cold. One doctor found this by accident. He had all his patients on vitamin D because he was a smart doctor in a ward in the hospital. Influenza went through the hospital. No one on his ward got sick. And they're like, what's the deal here? And they found out, well, they're all on vitamin D. Everybody else gets sick. If your levels are right, it fights the swine flu, bird flu, all these different flus because your immune system is what it needs to be. There is statistics, and I've read a guy gave a testimony in one of the books. He was an alcoholic for 20 years. Got his vitamin D levels where they should have been, never wanted another drink again. Now, you know, alcoholism and depression go together, all right? Well, vitamin D levels, if they're optimal, really fight depression also, all right? So it's really important to have those levels where they should be. And here's the interesting thing, folks. Vitamin D is cheap, okay? It's really cheap, so you can't afford not to take it. Here's why vitamin D is so important. What's up? They call it vitamin D. That's a problem because it's not a vitamin, all right? It is a hormone. In fact, at optimized level in the blood, the active form, known as calcitriol, is now understood to be the most potent secosteroid hormone in the body. At optimal levels, its effects extend far beyond bone support. You know, you think of vitamin D, you think of bone support. When you get it up to the levels where it should be, it starts fixing everything in the body. So it is a powerful hormone. And that's what we have to understand, you know. And doctors aren't big on vitamin D because they don't like vitamins for the most part, all right? But this is not a vitamin, it is a hormone. I read a book by a medical doctor, and he said we need to start calling it hormone D so people really understand how important it is. All right, so it is very important. Your immune system, your health. If you have disease, it can help do away with them. If you don't, if you're healthy, it can keep you healthy. How do I get vitamin D? Where do you get it? Okay, you get it from the sun. All right? Now that's a problem. When's the last time any of you were out in the sun? All right, here's the thing. See this chart here? Anything north of that red line, Atlanta, Georgia, anything north. You cannot get vitamin D from the sun from October to March. You can go out in the sun. If you have a beautiful sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, you can go out buck naked. Don't recommend it, but you could. And you can stay out there all day long. You will not get one international unit of vitamin D because the sun, it's too low in the sky, and you won't get any. All right, so you have to be in the summer months, and it's only from like 10 to 2 that you can even get it when it's in the summer months. So you see, it's hard to get it from the sun. Most people in our country don't. All right, so how else can you get it? Food? Well, the answer is yes, but no. You can get it from food, But you know, if you drank vitamin D fortified milk, you'd have to drink 30 glasses to get the RDA. And the RDA is pitiful, okay? 30 glasses a day. Fish, you'd have to eat like 6 fish a day, herring, you know, to get enough, oily fish, to get enough vitamin D. So you can't really get it from food. So you got two choices, a UVB bed. Now, UVA rays cause cancer, skin damage, all these things. UVB rays, or beds, pretty much they're getting you vitamin D. All right? It's a whole different situation. Just make sure the ballasts on the lights are not, no, not mercury, electric, they're not magnetic. All right, the magnetic ballasts cause problems. Make sure the ballasts are electronic, but some lady has told me that they've done away with those anyway, so you really don't have to worry about it. All right, so how much D3 should you take? According to the RDA, 400. That, you know where they got that number? That is the amount you need to keep from getting rickets. That's the lowest possible thing so you can keep from getting rickets. All right? So how much you need to take really depends on you. If you're overweight, you need to take like 6 times more than the average person because it's a fat-soluble vitamin and your fat sucks it up. All right? Mercola recommends 8,000 units a day. I think that's probably a good number. That's maybe even low, but everybody wants to stay low because they're afraid of toxicity, so everybody's, you know, worried about keeping the numbers low instead of having them where they should be. Here's a chart. Most charts in this country range from 30 to 100. And if you hit 30, your doctor goes, you're good. You're on the chart. Well, I don't want to be on the chart. I want to be up where I'm healthy, okay? So the only way you're going to know what your vitamin D levels are is to have a blood test. That's the only way to know. And I would recommend, you know, if you're feeling fine, then don't worry about it. Just start taking 8 to 10 a day, and you'll be good. If you're not feeling good and you want to get your levels up there so you can counteract some of these things, you know, chronic fatigue syndrome. Okay, most people have that. Okay, you got achy muscles, you're tired, you don't, it's vitamin D deficiency. They put you on a vitamin D, they boost it up, and you're fine. You know, all those things go, and you don't need all those drugs that they're trying to give you. All right? So how much do I take? Again, that depends on you. You know, don't worry about healthy levels. You can take all you want as long as you're taking K2 with it. It's very vital you should be taking K2 anyway. But if you take K2 with your D3, you can take as much as you want. All right? Now, if you get your levels up into this range here, 70 to 100 nanograms per milliliter, that's where the healing takes place. It starts treating cancer, it treats heart disease, autoimmune disease, starts healing a lot of things in the body when you get it up there. But the only way you'll know it's there is by having a blood test. All right? But that's where it starts really strengthening. Most people are down under the 50. I had mine tested a month ago. It was 23. And I was feeling lousy. Okay? I was feeling lousy. All right? So I bet mine's up way higher now because I've been taking 50,000 units a day. All right? For the last couple of weeks. I feel a whole lot better. All right? So listen, people, vitamin D, it's just crucial. It's so cheap, it's so easy, and it's so critical to the body to make it function properly. So I'll just, please, this is more than a healthy hint. This is a healthy, very strong encouragement. All right? Get your vitamin D levels up. We need to be healthy. All right? There's several videos on our website Jeff put up this week on vitamin D. There's a lot of videos out there, but these are good short videos to give you a little information on it and why it is so important. Please, please, please look into this. We need you to be healthy so you can serve the Lord. You know, if only the preterists are healthy, people are going to pay attention to what we have to say. Okay?